still needs a little adjustment, guys, but we do have the boat out on the water. As you can see, the water is really low right now, so, and I've got a long shaft on this boat, so a little bit tedious. He's taking it slow, but you can hear it. Make a little bit more adjustment and we'll have this thing fine-tuned. Alright guys, I started this video out on the boat. We took it out, we ran it just a little bit. In the intro there, I mentioned that we needed a little bit of fine-tuning. When I got back, I realized that underneath the flywheel there is a mechanism in there that advances with the throttle. On that particular motor, probably because it's been sitting up for a while, that was actually kind of stuck. It's real hard to move. So I'm going to take the one off of my motor because it moves really free, and I'm going to put that on there. I think that had a lot to do with, I just couldn't get the throttle up to go up on it real well. So I think that was what the issue was. So what we're going to look at instead of doing it out on the boat, we're in here in the garage, and we're going to look at this month's Monsterbass box bag. In this case, when you buy their most expensive monthly subscription, you get the bag, and this was the bag they were sending out before. If you notice the pull tab on it, and it's got this kind of piping around it. Nice thick bag. It's got the Monsterbass logo on it. Real nice. On this new bag, get one of my lures off of it. On the pull tab, it's actually got this little loop here. Get your finger caught up in there to pull that. Pretty nice. The edges, instead of having just the piping, it's actually got this fabric around it. A little bit nicer bag. I feel like, I know they were talking about updating the bags, and it looks like they have done that. It's been a little while since I did a Monsterbass unboxing, but we got in our 2026 Pro Staff information, and I went ahead and I ordered the Monsterbass box for this month. So I figured we'd get in here and we'd take a look and see what they sent us. Take everything out. Got a lot of good stuff in here, it looks like. And we have our stickers. And the stickers go right up on the board there. That one I'm gonna save that one. That one I'm going to put somewhere else. It actually go really nice on the oven there. But anyway, in your monthly box, you always get your pamphlet. We'll be going over that. You get your golden ticket. What they do on the golden ticket is every week they do a live and they call out the number, which is right here on the back of the ticket. I'm not going to show you my number. And if you have the proper number, you win a prize through Monsterbass. So it's definitely worth checking out their live and seeing the information that they have. But also, if you get the box, you get a chance of winning some free goodies. So as usual, in their pamphlet, it tells you about what you get in the box. This tells you about their live, and I'm going to put the QR code up like I did on other videos, so you can go directly to Monsterbass through our channel. And if you use the code, and I'm going to put that up right here as well, STC20, you get 20% off of Monsterbass as well. So it's going to also tell you about this lure that I'm gonna show here in just a second. I'm going to start with this lure. Now I've got some questions on that whenever we get into that. It talks about cold water bass because these boxes are monthly. They go with, you know, what the environment is like and what you've got going on. Being that we're in wintertime right now, it tells you exactly what gear they suggest, depth and location. And this talks about the crawfish crush that's in here. And then it tells you about their rods, the lunker stick. And these are some new rods that they've got out. It's definitely worth going and checking those out. And then it gives you, as always, their bait selection guide, depending on the what you're in, whether it's fall, winter, summer, spring, all that good stuff. And then it also tells you about the loyalty rewards for Monsterbass. So a lot of good information in there. It's very cool to sit down and read this thing. And I'm going to keep it open for each one of these baits while we got in here, because this one is something that I am very curious about. This is the Livingston lures. If you can get a good look at that. And this is, it says here, the fish catching machine, electronic bait fish sounds. So I'm curious what everybody's thought is on these lures. Is this kind of a gimmick? Is it new technology? Is it old technology? What is our thoughts on these lures like this? So it says here, does it really work? And according to Livingston field test and tournament data show that EBS lures can draw fish from twice the distance of traditional baits. So it's going to increase your catch rates is what they're saying, because it's going to draw fish from further away. It says in tough conditions, murky water, deep structure, heavy pressure, a lure that adds sound to its presence give anglers one more way to trigger reaction strikes. So what do y'all think on that? These new kind of electronic fishing lures, is this the way, the new way? Is this too much technology? What this lure has is what they're calling the EBS, and it's a tiny circuit board built inside the body of the lure that emits a natural acoustic signature of distressed bait fish. Every time the bait hits the water, it activates and begins to speak in the underwater language of prey. So you can kind of see, if I can get that to zoom in right there. So this thing is water activated and it starts emitting a sound, and you can tell in this particular one, this is going to be a very deep diving bait. Kind of tore the packaging a little bit, but nowhere on here does it say exactly how deep that is. All right. Well, technology's biggest moment came in 2014 when Randy Howell shocked the fishing world by winning the Bassmaster Classic on Lake Gunnersville using Livingston's crankbait equipped with EBS. We hadn't even practiced with the bait. He tried it on the night before the final round. The next day, he hauled in a massive 29-pound, 2-ounce bag to seal the win. So, again, is these baits with these little circuit boards and the sound and everything? Let me know what you think. I think any opportunity to draw in more fish, there's absolutely no reason not to take that chance. Give you another look at that bait there. Good looking bait. As y'all are well aware, I use a lot of crankbaits. Something I have a lot of. Let's see here. The next one we've got, and we've had multiple of these Team Arc. This is the CT5. Nice crankbait there. I have one that's in a kind of a blue color and one in a yellow. That's from the same company. I got them out of Monsterbass. The packaging is very, very nice on these baits. Because I have my own baits, I have to always talk about the packaging. It's a big deal to me. And I like the way they keep the hooks secure with the rubber bands. Really, really nice coloring. I don't think it's going to pick up too much on this camera, but there's a slight purple pearlescent color over that white, and that yellow really pops. And the last time I seen this, they had mentioned something about the eyes on these. But yes, it has the magnet in it. So when you cast, it holds that weight, and then as you cast it, the weight moves inside the body to kind of help get that more pinpoint cast and get you a better, more accurate cast. A couple of different crankbaits are going to that. I know if you watch the Monsterbass crankbaits that I did the videos on, they have that same system. So this thing cranks 5 to 7 foot deep with a very light wobbling action, unique low pitch sound. So it's gonna take, and as you're retrieving, it's gonna fall, but it's also gonna kind of walk a little bit, and it's gonna have that little sound of that body walking through the water. So pretty cool. And when I say that Monsterbass has that same system, you know, they have the same idea. Everybody has their own bait systems. I don't want anybody to tell me that they're using this company's system or that this company stole it from Monsterbass. That's not what I'm saying. They all, different companies have that weight transfer. And here we have the Cross-Eye Z. This is one of their little Finesse jigs, and that's from Z-Man. You know, Monsterbass and Z-Man have a lot of good relationship. I like this little Finesse jig. Real small, lightweight. That's going to be a nice jig to throw when you're not trying to be too big and flashy. Something a little more subdued. This is in a 1/4 ounce also. So that's Z-Man. And then they all also send out true turn hooks. If you watch the video where we did the challenge with all the boxes, I had one particular box that didn't send any hooks, and I hate that. They should always throw some hooks in there. You always need hooks. Then we're going to get into our soft baits. And as y'all know, if you've watched the channel for any amount of time, Big Bite Baits is also one of our affiliates. So we get quite a lot of Big Bite Baits in. These are the college craw. I'm not going to open these. If you can see that in there, that nice little purple colored. This is their Pro Series. They're calling this the Spicy Purple, and it definitely looks like it's got some sort of attractant on it. I don't know how well that's gonna show up, but you can kind of see that on there. Good looking little craws. Then we have the Yamamoto baits. These are the blue and black craws. Y'all know craws are really in right now. It's something that everybody kind of throws this time of year. We'll open these up. So it's a real short body with big claws on that thing. You can see it's got a real nice action to it. They poured that bait where it really moves nice. And then we have Vicious Fishing, what they're calling their 6-inch Pro Stick. Again, open these up. I like when I don't have to rip the packaging to open them. You can see that there. Hook that worm up kind of just like that and let it sit there and move through the water column. You'll get some action on that. And then last but not least in this box, we have more Z-Man. These are their Turbo Fatties and a June Bug. That's a big worm right there. And I kind of like this too. Z-Man put these in this plastic tray, which is very nice. See that tail's got a ton of action to it. I like that color. It's got purple and some green and some black in there. Good looking bait. Real good looking bait. But, you know, it's Z-Man. Of course it's a good looking bait, right? I hope y'all enjoyed the unboxing video. I tried to show y'all a little bit of everything in here, show you the new bags. I really like this new bag. It's a little bit softer plastic material. It's got a really nice pull to it. The old bags were nice too. My wife actually keeps the bags. She uses them, but you can hear that it's kind of just a stiff plastic. This new bag is much nicer. That's gonna fit into the bag of the fishing bag. Very nice. So the last thing I want to talk about is Al. I know you're watching the video. I hope you're watching the video anyway. Box coming to you. We're going to ship it out this week. I'm going to be putting some goodies in there. We're going to be putting in 2 of our buzz baits. I've got you that one. We've also got that one there. And then I'm also going to be putting in 2 of our spinner baits. Got that one there. This is the one I picked out for you. And we're going to put that one right there in your box. Along with, I'm also going to be sending some of our small bass broom jigs, our river sinkers, and I'm going to send you out some of our Bo Peep sheephead jigs. So I don't know what happened to the last box that got sent out. Like I said when I messaged you before, hopefully whoever got that is watching the channel and enjoying those baits. I'm going to send you out more stuff in that package this time. I'm going to throw you this box of big bite baits too from Monsterbass, and I'm going to throw something else in there as a surprise from Monsterbass, and another little surprise from Southern Tide Chasers for the fact that you didn't get your box like was promised for making comments on the video. I appreciate you always watching. That's going to be on the mail this week, so you should get it relatively quickly after that. So that's all we have for today. I wanted to look through this box. I really wanted to go and have a good day out on the water with the boat, but I have some more tinkering to do with that thing, and then we're going to be out there hitting the water real good and doing some fishing. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Definitely check us out for more videos. I'm going to put that QR code back up on the screen along with our discount code for Monsterbass STC20. And if you feel up to it, go and check out our VIP memberships for the channel. I didn't do those before, and now it's something I'm trying to get into this year, trying to expand the channel a little bit. It'll help us out, and I'll give me some little extra stuff to do, throw some shorts out there that nobody else gets to see, and you get to see the videos a little bit sooner than everybody else. And when our baits go on sale, like our spinner baits that Al is Outdoors is getting, you can also get a discount code on that. So see y'all next time, and hope y'all enjoyed.
Got a Yeti cooler and a couple of poles. Sun's coming up with a diesel smoke roll. Got the lines all spooled and the bait in the well. Hear the harbor master ringing that church bell.